look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this button, the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these rats. Baby lay, race, snatch, fat, straight, fat. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck, tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Babe, like a Monday, Ferrari body. This is sweet Saturday, that's just with plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. Baby, take it. Everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you gon' your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what plastic. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, woo. Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Sideways, sideways.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And this return's going to go backwards about 8 yards, but the interception is good, and they have the football. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Being chased out left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. A dump down to McKinnon. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, and then taken down right at the 30. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Garoppolo now, first down throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. On second down, here's Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Here's a 1st and 10 now after they successfully drew him off sides. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Right back to him on 1st down. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017, and I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On the run, this is Hunt. And a short gain here, down to the 22. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
I haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. On 3rd down, it's Hunt, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
11.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead going to an opposite color jersey.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to sling this deep downfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ron Parker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. 13. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. 13. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Now he's forced out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. That's out to Hill, right side complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Aaron Lynch in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he's brought down after a good gain. He got 29 yards that time.
11.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Flushed out right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They run for it with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City 1st.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 23. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. On third down, it's Hunt. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! Left, 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 left!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. He'll get it up the middle. And he will take it all in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. Butker now to kick this one away. To return, it's DeAndre Washington. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. Garoppolo again. He finds McKinnon, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Garoppolo now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. That goes for a gain of 31. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Bailey now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Left, 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 left.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Everyone's got 4 down. Ace, ace. Slow. Z.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And it's third down. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
Left. Switch.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 18. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. On the return, it's Washington. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it First to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. 11. Garoppolo to throw on second down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On first down, Garoppolo looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. He got 29 yards that time.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Justin Houston in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And this is incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
The Niners on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, third and long.
11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. This will be caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Give him 3 on the game there, second and goal. In the backfield, standing alone on second and goal is McKinnon. They'll give it to him up the middle. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers add on to their lead. They're going to try and run. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Chiefs on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Z.
Now here's Mahomes. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Fielded just inside the 30. And now running right through it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
11.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front. And an odd front.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Mahomes going to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Right back to him on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Aaron Lynch in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now Mahomes. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is fielded at the 7. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
A dump down to McKinnon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Unable to corral him, he fights through. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A good pickup there, a 22.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down. Garoppolo going to go on fourth down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. Mahomes to throw on second down. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Eric Armstead with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jerick McKinnon there. And it's 3rd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
13.
Garoppolo to try again on second down, eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And now here comes Kansas City. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter.
Ace, 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 ace. Left, 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 left. Watch the edge.
They'll run him here with Hunt. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Ace, ace. Hey, watch it, watch it. Under 10, under Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They run again with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. The point after is good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Butker now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is about Dino Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Now McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll get it down this time in the 17s. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the lead.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Anthony Hitchens in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Now it's Hunt. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Green 90. Green 90. So. Z. Left.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He completes it to Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Mahomes now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Hunt. They find some open field here. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Sheldon Day getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. The Chiefs on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the